Daniel Dubois isn't just training hard, he's training like a man on a mission. Ever since that crushing defeat to Oleksandr Usyk, he's been haunted by what could have been. That controversial low blow call is still eating at him, but instead of sulking, Dubois is back in the gym, fueled by pure determination. This isn't just another fight, it's the fight, the one that could change everything for him. And man, Dubois is going all out. You'd think the heavy bag owed him money. He's pounding it with combinations that shake the whole gym. Left hooks, right crosses, uppercuts. He's throwing everything in the arsenal. You can hear the thud of each punch across the room. When it comes to sparring, it looks like he's going to war in there. Big, tough sparring partners are pushing him to the edge, testing his chin, his power, and his ability to think under pressure. When it comes to speed drills, he's tearing through them like a man possessed. Fast jabs, quick pivots, head movement. He's working to be faster than ever because he knows Usyk's got that slick footwork. Dubois is in there with resistance bands, cones, ladders, you name it. He's using it all, and his pad work is like a symphony of punches, each combination flowing smoother, each angle sharper.
Yeah, there you go, nice and straight. Bring it back, upside down, Dan. Straighten up. Hit through. Pull your hip through like the top of the deadlift. There you go. Solid.
Then there's the weights. Dubois is stacking plates on plates, doing heavy squats, deadlifts, and explosive power cleans. He's building a tank of a body, ready to explode when it's go time. And in between sets, he's doing medicine ball slams, battle ropes, and sledgehammer swings, all with that focused, hungry look in his eyes. This isn't just training, it's a man preparing for the fight of his life. Every drop of sweat, every bruise, every sore muscle, it all means something to Dubois. He's not just chasing a win, he's chasing redemption. And you better believe when he steps into that ring with Usyk, he's gonna leave it all out there.
Is swelling up to just start to close a bit.
I'm going to put him to sleep properly this time. I want to nail him to the canvas.
So categorically, Oleksandr Usyk, who's a great fighter, cannot take this version of Daniel Dubois' speed and power.
No way. No way. This time it's going to be proper war. Give you guys a bloodbath and, just tear him up, put him to sleep.
Do you think this is the end of his career?
It will be. I'll make sure it is. I want to see England stop for that day and lifting the crown and lifting all the belts up. I want to see the whole world stop. This would be the biggest fight in the world and I want all eyes on it. So yeah, I can't wait. It's gonna be historic.
And it's not just fans who are noticing Dubois' transformation. Joe Rogan's been talking about it too. In a recent conversation, Rogan pointed out how Dubois is turning into a real force in the heavyweight division. He's still young, just 27, but already looking like a serious threat. Rogan described him as dangerous, scary even, and you can see why. Rogan also mentioned how the UK media never really gave Dubois much credit going into that fight. All the hype was about Anthony Joshua. They were already planning for Joshua's next big fight, acting like Dubois was just a formality, a stepping stone on the way to something bigger. But when it came down to it, Dubois wasn't there to play along. He brought a level of aggression that surprised everyone, staying in the pocket and refusing to back down. Rogan didn't miss that raw power either. He made it clear that Dubois has real power, the kind that can change a fight in an instant. And it wasn't just a one-shot power either. It was the way he kept pressing forward, kept throwing heavy shots, and forced Joshua into a dogfight. Rogan said what a lot of people were thinking after watching that performance, that Dubois isn't just another heavyweight, he's a real contender, and the way he's training now, he's coming for everyone.
Wow, Anthony Joshua and Dubois. Dubois is coming into his own, man. That's what that is. He's only like 27, right?
Yep.
Yeah, he's coming into his. That guy's fucking scary. He's dangerous.
And you know, the interesting thing is that in at least the press in the UK, they didn't give him a hope. Everybody was talking about, you know, like when Joshua gets Dubois out of the way, then we can move on to the next fight. And this is a fight that we want to see.
It seems like Joshua believed that going into that fight. It seems like he believed that he was just going to dominate him.
Yeah, and he just got ruthlessly exposed. The power of Dubois I remember I bought into it. I was like, okay, so I'll watch it, but you know, this is going to be a stepping stone match. It wasn't a stepping stone match.
Aggression too, man. He was so aggressive. He was just in the pocket constantly, just forcing Joshua to go to war. It was wild.
Yeah.
I thought I will knock him out. I thought he not gonna be able to deal with that pressure, with that power, and I gave him too much space, you know, to go in front to establish his game plan, and I gave him too much space. I thought one shot gonna land and he's going down, but he received a lot of good shots and he was keep coming, and I lost energy because of that sickness. I was cut from second round. I didn't see his punches, so a lot of.
And it's not just Rogan who's talking about Dubois' power. Don Charles, Dubois' coach, has felt it firsthand, and even he admits it's on another level. Don's no small guy either. He's around 130 kilos, built like a tank, and yet when Dubois hits the pads, it feels different. It's not just heavy, it's dense, like there's a deeper force behind every punch. Don's been in the game a long time, seen and felt punches from plenty of big men, but he says Dubois' power is freakish and unmeasurable even. When Dubois goes to the body, Don has to wear a full body kit, and even then, it rattles him. He's the first to say, don't try this at home. That kind of power isn't normal. Rather, it's the kind that can end a fight in a second, and Don knows it better than anyone.
Yeah, the power is unmeasurable, freakish power, and it's got this density to it. I've only taken it on the pad, and I know I'm a big man, I'm 130 kilos, and I can take hits. He feels different. That's all I can say to you. And I've got a body kit that he hits as well. I mean, God knows what's going on the inside of me. It's not advisable. Do not try this at home. Body kit and let Daniel Dubois hit you to the body. Do not try this at home.
See how Daniel was very physical with Anthony Joshua. Like each time they would clinch, he would look at the head position. He would put his head position inside of Anthony Joshua's neck. Also, he wouldn't be content with just grabbing Anthony Joshua. He would always put the forearm across the face against Anthony Joshua. Once again, getting very physical, trying to break up the clinch instead of letting the ref break it up. Even though the ref broke it up, but he's not sitting there holding. He's like this, pushing, or getting his head in a good position. Another thing, when he dropped Anthony Joshua in the first round, I felt like Anthony Joshua never recovered.
And for Dubois, it's not just about the physical work in the gym, it's also about his mindset.
I think Daniel Dubois, he's on a roll. He's coming off of a massive win against AJ. Usyk's also on a massive roll. So I think that fight's going to come down to to mindset.
He's been clear that when he fought Anthony Joshua in front of nearly 80,000 people, fear wasn't even a factor. There wasn't any moment of doubt, no pressure, and no nerves. It was just another fight, another challenge to take on. Dubois said he's been doing this his whole life, so stepping into the ring, even in a huge stadium, wasn't something that would throw him off. He made it simple. Don't overthink it. Whether it's fighting in front of a massive crowd or walking in the park, it's all the same. He treats it like a job, something that comes naturally. That calm, focused mindset is what helps him deliver in the ring, even when the stakes are sky high. He's not wasting time worrying or letting the moment get too big. He's locked in, ready to execute the game plan. That mental toughness, combined with the raw power he's shown, is what makes Dubois such a dangerous opponent. When you add that to his intense training, hitting the heavy bag, sparring top fighters, drilling speed work, lifting weights, it's a dangerous mix.
Your most famous fight yet against AJ. Was fear present in that moment?
No.
How can it not be? You're about to fight in front of 80,000 people against a celebrated heavyweight champion.
Yeah, well, it just wasn't. It wasn't in the equation, you know. I'm not even overthinking it like that. It's not even like that for me. It's like, I've been doing this my whole life, so I'm not gonna get too overworked up about it. It's just, it's like walking in a park, or you know, just don't overthink it. It's, you know, if you like what your guys do, your jobs, you don't know.
From Pacquiao Barrios, just 2 other fights I want to get your thoughts on before we wrap this up, Dave. Usyk Dubois 2, will it be a repeat or revenge?
No. Good fight. Where Dubois is now, he's very confident, very good.
And it's not just Don Charles talking about Dubois' power. Dave Allen, another heavyweight who knows what it's like to get punched by the best, says Dubois is in a league of his own. Allen said Dubois hits harder than anyone he's ever faced. When Dubois lands clean, it's not just a punch, it feels like a shock going through your whole body. That's how strong he is. And Allen didn't just talk about the big punches. He said even Dubois' jab is like a power shot. It's sharp, heavy, and has this horrible weight to it. It's not a normal jab. It feels like a right hand. You could see it in the Joshua fight too. When Dubois was throwing that jab, it wasn't just a setup punch. It was hurting Joshua, forcing him to back up and think twice about getting too close. All this ties back to Dubois' training. Every time he hits the bag, every time he's working on the pads, he's not just throwing punches to get his hands moving. He's building that freakish power, the focus, the discipline, the way he's drilling those shots again and again. That's what's turning Dubois into such a dangerous fighter. And when guys like Don Charles and Dave Allen are telling you how hard Dubois hits, you know it's not just talk, it's real, and it's the result of all the hard work he's putting in at the gym.
The hardest puncher by far.
Who give you the most problems?
Daniel Dubois.
Really?
He can whack. Seriously whack.
But he's the biggest puncher?
He's the biggest puncher, like, he shook me to my absolute core. Like, an electric shock going down my body. He's the hardest puncher by far. His jab is like a right hand. It's harder than most heavyweights.
Is it really?
See with effects on Joshua when his jab was hitting him. It's disgusting, horrible jab. I saw Don Charles describe it as that. When I describe Daniel's jab, I say it's disgusting.
He's a heavyweight, he's 6'6", he's about 18 stone. What would you expect in him? Not to look big and strong? I mean, you know, like, he's dangerous. People looking for ways to kind of talk up Daniel Dubois' chances. You don't need to. He's a live underdog. But he's an underdog, and he's an underdog for a reason. He's not as good as Anthony Joshua. He's not a complete fighter like Anthony Joshua, but he's very dangerous. And that's why people love tuning into the heavyweights. Anything can happen on a sixpence.
Joseph Parker, who's fought some of the best in the division, has also talked about how dangerous Dubois is. Parker said it plain and simple. If Dubois lands on you, you're done. You're out. Parker even admitted he didn't think Dubois would beat Hrgovic, but Dubois proved him wrong. That power, that punch, it's the game changer. And Parker knows that if Dubois brings that same kind of form into the Usyk fight, it could make all the difference. It all comes down to the work Dubois is putting in at the gym. Every part of his training is focused on building that power, the same power that can put anyone to sleep. That's the weapon he's bringing into the ring, and everyone who's felt it, from Don Charles to Dave Allen to Joseph Parker, knows it's real.
Danny Dubois possesses big power, and if he lands on you, you're done, you're out. And I picked against Dubois for the Hrgovic fight, and I was wrong. And I'm just looking forward to seeing what Dubois brings.
This is a different fight. Dubois is young. He's getting better. He's found himself. He's at that place now in his life where he's only going to get better. He believes in himself. He knows what he is now. He knows he can depend on himself. He is more dangerous now than he ever was. He was always a good puncher. But now he's more than just a good puncher. He's a solid man in that ring. It's a dangerous fight, Usyk. It's a very, very, very... And I salute him again. And like I said, you have to have nothing but enormous respect for the other guy, Daniel Dubois. Where he's come from, where he's put himself, and where he's going.
And Jarrell Miller agrees with the rest. He's been in the fight game a long time, and even he admits Dubois is a serious puncher. Miller said Dubois has a stiff jab, a strong right hand, and if he lands clean, the other guy is in trouble. When Dubois throws that jab, waits for the opening, and then lands his shot, it's game over. That's the kind of power we're talking about.
But I'm going with a person with the better chin, who's fought through more adversity, and that's Dubois. Very stiff, good jab, good right hand. I mean, he's a good puncher, no doubt about it. 6'6" jab, wait to open his shots, and lands a good punch on AJ. AJ's gonna run.
So now, with the fight against Usyk coming up, all eyes are on Dubois. From the heavy bags to the sparring sessions, from the speed drills to the weights, every bit of training is focused on sharpening that power and making sure he's ready for the challenge ahead. Let us know in the comments below if you think Dubois' power will make the difference when he steps into the ring against Usyk.